Hey guys, the Five Brothers here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he locked himself in the basement and is watching some very concerning anime. So think about like giant girls that are like cosplaying as battleships and they're like fighting each other or something like that. It's really weird. I like anime, but sometimes it gets pretty weird at times. But granted, I could say the same thing about television, video games, and of course movies. Anyways, these are the jokes. I hope you're enjoying them. And I hope you're enjoying your quarantine because I sure am. Getting tons of work from college, trying to keep up with my videos, get the revenue up. We're all struggling, I just say that. But anyways, my last two videos sadly didn't do that well. The Among Us, gameplay video where I play with my subscribers and the Star Wars video, which I'm more upset about the Star Wars video failing than the Among Us one, to be honest. But I'm not going to give up on non-Transformers content just yet. I'm still gonna try and, see if any other content sticks. But I'm still gonna be doing my Transformers as usual. So, speaking of Transformers, today we're going back to the beginning. And I mean, we're gonna be talking about trans theories. And I don't mean the YouTuber, I mean actual Transformers theories. Because I used to do Transformers theories, but then I did Transformers Explain, which was, talking about information that was already made public and just, retelling it back to you. But I'm still gonna label this as Explain because it gets more views that way. But anyways, so today's topic is gonna be talking about the jarring transition from Dark of the Moon to Age of Extinction. In Dark of the Moon and the first 3 Transformers movies, you could tell that the Transformers, were robots that turned into cars because, well, you could see the robot parts, they were pretty robotic, the Decepticons were pretty alien, but you could still tell that Decepticons like Blackout turned into a helicopter, Autobots like Optimus Prime turned into a truck, and, Bumblebee turned into a Camaro. But after the first trilogy, in Age of Extinction, there was a radical shift from the way the Transformers looked. Now we got these new sleek humanoid designs, and they look less like aliens, and they look to be more heavily influenced by humans, and they have far less vehicle parts visible. Hell, you'll be hard pressed to believe that Crossers over here turns into this, just because the designs are so human-like, you can barely tell what they transform into. I mean, some of them you can still tell, like Drift, because he has the Bugatti parts, but you can still not tell that he's a triple changer and also transforms into a helicopter. Bumblebee's new look in Age of Extinction looks like he doesn't even transform into a car. Same thing goes for Galvatron and a lot of the KSI troopers, or as I affectionately like to call them, the Steep troopers. Not only do the characters look a whole lot more human, but at the same time, a lot of them seem to be influenced by medieval times and knights. Something that will also, be carried on to the last night with characters like Megatron, Optimus Prime / Nemesis Prime, Bumblebee, with the exception of course, Drift, who's clearly a samurai, but you get the point, it's still the same thing. So why did the Autobots transition from this, alien / robot look to a more human, looking aesthetic? And what's weird is that it's not only a thing for the Autobots, the Decepticons do it too. Well, the Decepticons, I think it's a bit more interesting, but we're gonna cover as to why, each faction, the Autobots, the KSI drones, and the Decepticons gonna shift to a more humanoid looking design. So first I'm gonna start with the uncool real answer, and that's just because Michael Bay thought it was cool. Well, I haven't really found an interview that, sort of explains that Michael Bay's reasoning for wanting to make the Autobots and Decepticons look more humanoid-like. I definitely think it's just because he thought he was cool. Like, Michael Bay is the type of guy who adds things to his films just because he thinks they're cool. He thinks of an explosion, he wants it in his film. He thinks of a cool robot design, he wants it on the film. He thinks of a cool action scene, he wants it on the film, and so on. He doesn't really care about the story. The story that's secondary for a Michael Bay movie until our Lord and Savior, the Chosen One, the Messiah, Travis Knight, came down from the heavens of Cybertron and illuminated us with the glory that is the Bumblebee movie. At least that's what the Covenant of Primus says. Anyways, so that's the real answer, or I guess the most logical explanation. But let's go for an in-universe explanation. And I have a few ideas, and I think they're actually extremely interesting. So first, let's start with the KSI drones. The KSI drones, as to why they look, well, most of them, why they look humanoid, is pretty easy to explain. Joshua mentioned at one point that they're trying to make consumer-friendly products. So, making your robots be scary, resemble like alien invaders like the two heads and a bunch of others, it's not very, consumer friendly. So I think something that basically KSI wanted to do is to make more humanoid looking robots, such as Stinger. It's clearly a robot that's, has more of a humanoid resemblance. Sure, it's not as humanoid as, let's say, the scrap character that is Widowmaker. I made a video about her, so if you guys want to check it out, next time in the description down below. But it still looks humanoid enough, whereas to someone, let's say a kid will, think of Stinger as a friendly robot or something like that. The KSI drones, at least as we're told in the movie, the first generation do share a striking resemblance to the old Decepticons. You got John Keep, who kind of resembles a lot of the Decepticon long-haul drones. You got the two heads that resemble Shockwave, and then you got other, characters such as the red KSI drones, which resemble Mirage, and so on. As KSI began developing and kind of mingling with Cybertron technology, the robots kind of began taking more of a humanoid appearance because that's what they wanted them to have. They wanted them to kind of possess a more human quality in order to appease customers. KSI was planning for these guys to basically be part of the military and to kind of police the streets for any alien activity, so it makes sense, but not for the Autobots. This is a bit tricky because there's no discernible reason as to why the Autobots will go from their regular, robot appearance that they've been having for the, past 3 movies to having a more humanoid appearance. Now, this is a tricky one, but I have an explanation for it. Now, I'm gonna use a real world example here, and I'm gonna use Squeaker as an example. So, me and Squeaker came here to America while we were really young. I think Squeaker was 6 years old. And sure, while we came from another country and spoke a different language and have our different cultures and customs and whatever, once we come here, we bring all of that stuff here, but at the same time, we get influenced by an outside culture, which is the American culture, and we take, certain qualities, a certain manner of speaking, preferences kind of changes, something like that. My theory here for the Autobots, changing appearance is that they just got influenced by human culture. We see a lot of Autobots and Decepticons alike throughout, the movies, reference human pop culture or act a certain way or speak in a certain manner. Like Drift, he's clearly inspired by Japanese culture and has taken a liking to it. Or you could even say the Decepticons from the Last Night. You can see that they have clear personalities and they have a very, human manner of speaking or even acting. Not just who's straight up dancing. Do you think Cybertronians dance on Cybertron? I don't think so. I mean, maybe they do. They probably do. Actually, yeah, they probably do. But that's besides the point. So, yeah, my guess is that it's like an immigration scenario here. Autobots and Decepticons migrated to Earth, and since they're fighting each other, they also get exposed to human culture while, coexisting with the humans or spying on them. They gain certain qualities for them, and over time, the Autobots and Decepticons sort of turn more, human-like, for a lack of a better term. And much like, an immigrant who will come here to America and start wearing American clothing, I think it's kind of the same thing that an Autobot and Decepticon will start, sort of looking a bit more like a human. Maybe not by choice, maybe it's an evolution thing, because we do know that Autobots and Decepticons can upgrade themselves. So maybe as time goes on, they both sides kind of just realize that, hey, having a more slick form, kind of like the protoforms did, but with less robot cables showing, it's a much better way to go and to fight with than having all the cable and having a more insect-like look. At least that's my explanation. Same thing goes with the Decepticons. For the Decepticons, at least the ones that were captured in prison, some of them seem to, kind of get along with the humans like natural suits, so it kind of makes sense that over time, after observing the humans for a while, they will, inherit some qualities for them, basically adapting to this new environment and culture in a way, and getting influenced by it. And then again, maybe it's an evolution thing. I also did a video talking about why Barricade was in age of extinction as a KSI prisoner, and I think that theory with this theory kind of crosses with each other pretty well. Maybe, over time, Barricade got, upgraded by KSI while they were trying to study him, and once, he broke free, maybe he told the other Decepticons, hey guys, look, I look more slick now, and they changed my body to resemble that more of a human. I know, we hate humans, but hey, it's more effective than what we've been doing so far, and other Decepticons probably copy his example. It is possible, and there are a variety of reasons, but at the end of the day, the one true answer is Michael Bay just felt like it. But the cool answer is this video. If you can't beat them, join them. But anyways guys, that's it for this video. Shout goes to our Patreons, Marais Prime, Mario Gordon, Predator King Hunter Plays, and the absolute madman himself, Jordan the Great, who donated $100. Thanks for your support guys. Make sure to go check out their channels, the link's gonna be in the description down below and in the comments down below. And if you guys also want a shout out, then all you need to do is donate to my Patreon. By donating to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get a shout out to your channel, you can request your own videos, you can collab with me in some of my videos if you want to, of course. You get a special role on my Discord server, get early access to my videos, and I'm also planning to adding a few extra as time goes on. And it's all entirely optional. Sounds like a pretty good deal, right? But keep in mind, we don't force anybody, since freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thanks again to my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. So yeah, thanks a lot guys. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoy. I had a bit of fun making this theory just because I think it's a pretty interesting theory to talk about and discuss. Is it true? I don't think so. I think there's a bit of truth to it that, the Autobots and Decepticons kind of just slowly, grew to imitate the humans. I think this is a pretty, solid-ish theory, but at the same time, it's just a theory. We cannot, be certain for sure. Anyways, so fan art of the day goes to Phantom Seedon X18. Yes! A name I can pronounce! So, he/she did this drawing of anime Blood Rain. I'm just gonna go he, because there's no girls on the internet. I mean, that's what I learned from Tinder. There are no girls in there. But yeah, he/she made this drawing of Blood Rain, and I like the colors, I like what you did with it. I love the shading. I honestly cannot do the shading like that. I'm still trying to learn that, but it looks good, and he/she put a lot of effort into it, so I can appreciate that. It looks good. Like, I still don't know how to react to this. It's like, when I made this character, I never thought people would make an anime version of her. I mean, I had one of those. I had a submission. I had an art submission of that in the past, but it still feels a little weird to get that. Oh, speaking of Blood Rain, I also made this GIF for my animation class. It's just her, transforming and jumping. If you guys want this GIF, I'll, post it on my community tab or link it on my Discord server if you guys want to use it for like anything. Not sure why you will want to use it, but yay, I'm generous like that. But anyways, Phantom Seedon X18, thank you for your drawing. It's much appreciated. And, keep it up. It looks very good. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not sure what my next video is gonna be. I'm probably gonna do one more Transformers video, and then I'm gonna try and do a Star Wars video. For my Star Wars video, I'm gonna do a theory video. Maybe that's gonna get me more views and a more positive, response. But yeah, my Star Wars video is gonna be like explaining what happened to the Bad Batch after the Clone Wars, Order 66. I think that could be a fun theory / video to do. But yeah, anyways guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe guys.